Internet, what is really, really, really good? You know who it is. It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And of course, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on in RWBY, Volume 4, Chapter 12, No Safe Haven, our finale for this volume of RWBY. And this was it's episode where nothing happened, but a lot happened, but didn't really happen, but a whole bunch of shit happened. Trust me, when we get done with this, you'll understand whatever the hell that sentence jumble was, because our main event of the evening was Ren's Pass versus Team Ranger or Junior, whatever the fuck they calling themselves now. What are they calling themselves? But long story short, Ren overcame his demons and literally walked up and I shanked it to death. And not talking about Oz's announcement as Oz at the show about jail that came on HBO. Keep the fuck up here. But there were other things that happened. There was that one scene where John had took Uncle Crow to a corner and Uncle Crow took his hand and looked at him. And even though nothing was said, I can tell you what was said. You want to know what was said? You want to know what Uncle Crow told young John? Protect the ships with your life, boy! Protect them! Protect Rose Ark with your life! Make sure Renora fucking makes it, boy! That's what he said. You didn't hear that, but that's what Uncle Crow told John. Go protect the ships. Protect them with your very life. And then there was that one cute scene where Ren got a look at Nora's goodies, and I'm like, he was in his head like, we in trouble, but her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and the only boy I want to go in that yard is me, because I am Ren, and I'm going to tap that ass. And that's what happened. But there was a lot of boop on display, including that part where Nora pimp slapped the shot of him and told him to calm the fuck down. Where it was just boop everywhere. It wasn't boop overload. It was a nuclear bomb of fucking boop. Yes. It was a nuclear bomb that said boop and it just got dropped. Nuclear bomb of boop, drop, boom. Nuclear bomb. But that was the fight, man. That's how you wrap this up. Is that you've had this lingering thing and Ren shanks it to death. For my daddy, for my mama, for everybody, and for me. Peace. And now we move on. Because the rest of the episode was RWBY writing this note to Yang about everything that's happened so far, and you see the squad getting together. Like, everybody's coming through the Mistral, son. Everybody. Like, Sony is bringing PlayStations to Mistral, dog. Sony is bringing PlayStations. Japan coming through with Sony bringing the PlayStations. Y'all should watch Chappelle's Show. Still one of the greatest TV shows of all time. I'm referencing material from other material. Keep the fuck up here. But seriously, a lot of the rest of the episode was RWBY writing this note, and everybody is getting ready to do stuff. Our favorite former Nigla farmer, Oscar, is on his way to Mistral now. Weiss paid some dude some money to go sit in the back of a cargo hold. I'm like, why, sweetie baby, you better than that, girl. You better than sitting in the back of a transport vehicle, but I understand you trying to sneak away from Uncle Jock Phil, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I understand. I wouldn't want to be around White Carlton Banks either, so I don't blame you. Blake, she's in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to restore the White Fang to its former glory by taking out all the bad guys. Seems like a good idea, in thought and theory, but will we have a whole nother volume to see, how much thought and theory actually goes into reforming the Right Fang to whatever the hell it was before we knew it fucking existed. Yang's on her way now. It's like, look at, ooh, sorry. I shouldn't do that. I'm a consummate professional, but consummate professional, okay? Consummate professional. I didn't have to say that 4 or 5 times in a row. But yeah, Yang's on her way too. See, I'm a consummate professional. See that? Let's see, what else happened? Let's see. Let me see, where? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was that one scene with Cinder, and she burned some manifestation of Ruby. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. It's supposed to be symbolic or what the chapter will call her, because I'm like, because I randomly just had a thought about that, is that when Cinder talks again, it's going to be like some major character hurdle for her once she restores her voice again. I'm like, I wonder, I don't know if it was written like that on purpose because of something with Jessica Negri, or just that right now she needs to be mute for the sake of the character being mute. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. And oh yeah, after the squad get together, well, moving in on the same place at the same time, we get to the end of the episode, and they're Arthur sitting with Professor Lionheart like, damn, they done got to everybody, and it's just like, well, there you have it, and that was this chapter. I'm like, overall, man, yo, a great volume, man. I'm like, it's RWBY, son. I'm like, very rarely does RWBY make mistakes and like make me look at the show like, I don't know if I want to spend my time watching this show, but it's been a hell of investment, and this has been a hell of a fun experiment, I will say, because it's like, I did X-A, and I was like, you know, I'm like, what do I want to do? And it's like, I don't need an excuse to watch RWBY every week. I don't. But this was a fun experiment, and I enjoyed myself just like I enjoyed doing X8. And I think I'm going to branch out and do more of these reviews, because I don't know if you can call whatever the hell I've been saying over the past 12 chapters reviews, because I know they're not that. These are not reviews. These are me shitting on things that I love with comedy and love. So, and I know what it is, but I had a good fucking time doing it. And I think everybody who watches, whether you like it or whether you fucking don't, I had fun. And that's what's important, that I had fun. And we're going to keep having fun. So, more of this. Well, not necessarily about RWBY, but other subjects that I really want to get into, like dumb stuff, just to sit up and just shit on things with all the love and the care in the world. Oh, and there was something about a cane. I don't want to explain the cane to you, but there was something at the end of this, which was the Stinger for real cane. Not like Kane as in the wrestler Kane, as in a walking stick. What does a walking stick have to do with for a plot? Plenty. If that scene has anything to say about it. And that's it. So, our glorious ships were protected. There was a nuclear bomb of Boop. Ren overcame his demons literally. And the squad's getting back together. Volume 5 is going to be off the fucking meter. That's all I have to say. Volume 5 gonna be off the meter, because again, it's like, really quickly, just to say this, as what's supposed to be dependent on how you really want to look at an arc structure, because the first 3 volumes had a beginning, middle, and an end. They all function as one complete story, as in a way there's an act 1 and an act 2 and act 3. Volume 4 not only serves as a continuation to that, but a recess of the act structure, of trying to build what's going on. Act 2 will do what Act 2s do. Build a problem for Act 3 to then solve and then complete, and then the cycle will repeat itself. So there's that. So, Volume 5 gonna be hell, dog, and I can't wait. I ain't heard that there's going to be another RWBY Chibi, but I said this when I reviewed the first episode of this, when I reviewed the first chapter of this volume. I don't think RWBY Chibi should be a thing every year. RWBY, and I said exactly this. RWBY Chibi should be treated like Tekken Tag. Every time we get to the end of something, every 3 volumes, there should be a nice little palate cleanser of fun. It's like, fun is amazing, but you don't want to sit up here and you don't want to blow your load on RWBY Chibi every time there's an end of a chapter. I can understand why Ruth and Tifa want to do a thing like that, but I think RWBY Chibi is something special that we as the fans earn after going through the emotional ringer that RWBY brought us through. Because that's what RWBY Chibi did for us last time. So if they come out with it, hell yeah, I'm going to watch it. But I just don't think that given the way that this volume really was, it's like that you can really do one because there's not a real fucking emotional load to try to rise back up from. The show delivered some hits, but it wasn't the punch to the gut that the end of Volume 3 was, that we needed a RWBY Chibi to lift our spirits. So, we'll see. So, that's it. I've said everything I have to say. I proved that in a comedic manner I am nothing but shipping trash, and I don't care. Triple the guy loves ships, and he doesn't care. But I care about the ships, not necessarily about what you think about what I think. You get it. But look, that's RWBY Volume 4. Thank you for joining me on this weirdly, comically crusade through 12 chapters of a show I enjoy. And there will be more things like this coming. So, with that being said, I am of course the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks. And with that, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.